everyone, and welcome to the Bearded Respect, episode number 63. And we've already got our guest, J Cruz, joining us.
Sir, yes, sir.
And we will be right back after one more intro video. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Bearded Respect.
What's going on?
What's up, everyone?
Jason, are you able to welcome everyone in the chat?
Yeah, I think so. Okay.
Those were some cool pictures you guys went through, man. That's dope.
TV.
What's up, TV?
How you doing?
We got Diablo. Hey, David.
Shout out to Diablo.
We got Mr. Mark Brown.
Mark Brown.
Mark, what's up?
Hey, Mark.
The official Ken.
Ken, aloha.
And this is not coffee, by the way, so we're not going to have to end the stream short. We're good. Oh, I like that.
Hey, Chris.
Wrong button.
True North.
Hey, what's up, buddy?
I love that Shamrock logo.
Yeah, that is cool.
What was that for Boston, right?
Oh, yeah. Is Jason frozen?
I think he might.
Yeah, I think so. I think he froze up. Either that or he got shy. One of the two.
Oh, there we go. He's back.
Oh, he's back.
Okay.
There you go.
I just blinked out.
Oh, man.
Hold on.
I told him, I said, if you don't want to be on the stream with me, just say that.
That is not true. Okay, let's see. Okay, now we're at Wolverine.
What's up, Wolverine?
Oh, what's up, bro? Dang, yo, I miss him, yo. I know
Crime
he works on
Stopper.
Tuesdays. Yeah. We got to keep him
Mr.
away.
Dan
Yo,
C.
what up,
Hey,
Dan?
Dan.
Dan C.
Did he come back from his trip?
I don't know.
Not sure.
I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not sure if he's back yet.
I don't think he'd be back already. He just did his live yesterday.
No, I think they might be on the way though, because I seen a post on IG with.
Yeah, they crazy. They drive. They like to drive.
I think it was. I think it was a picture of Jax living his best life.
There you go. That's yep.
Yeah, family of 5, I'd be driving too.
Yeah, he loves driving.
Jason Esser.
Greetings.
What's up, Jason?
Jason, what's up, my guy? Russ.
Russ, what's up?
No way.
Bearded Dragon.
Again. What's up, Bearded Dragon? Again.
Is that it? Is that all you got?
Yo,
Hey, Gary.
G, what's up?
Gary, what's up?
Hey.
Hey, brother.
Okay, I'm going to be freezing here once in a while, guys, but I'll be
Okay.
back
Okay.
like just now. Okay, we got
What's up,
Walter. Hey, Walter.
Walter.
Walter, what's up? Thanks for stopping in.
Hey,
Hello there, children.
Vato.
Vato. Let's freaking go.
Hello.
Gary likes your hat, Scott.
What up, Vato?
Thanks.
What's up, bro?
Hey, Dean Button.
Dean.
Hey, Dean.
What's up, Dean?
Shout out, big
Hey.
shout out to Vato, man. That's pretty dope. You go through everyone, show everyone love one by one, right?
yeah.
Yeah. Let's see, where am I at now here? Hold on.
Trying to see where
It
I
just-
got two screens.
Guys, I'm having technical issues tonight. My screen it goes black, like it kicks me out, and then it kicks me back on, and so I may freeze, but it comes back in like 10 seconds, just enough to be annoying. Yep.
I think next is Matt Foley.
Yeah. I'm working to him. Yeah. Matt. Hey,
Hello
Matt.
there.
What's up, Matt?
See ya.
Matt, what's up, man? Shout out to Matt and Nikki.
There's E-Rock. Hey.
No, my mic. Yeah, I turned the volume up just to make sure I wasn't.
Hello.
I was a little off, but nah, it should be good now. I just changed the cable.
Facebook user.
This is
Hello?
Howdy.
This guy's name is Timer. He's from Cheyenne.
Cool.
Cheyenne, like overseas?
No.
Cheyenne, Wyoming.
Oh,
Like where Michael lives.
Where I live.
I'm like, I don't know. The respect might, different markets,
Oh, wow.
No, we got fans over the seas.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you got to respect the beard across the world. It can't just be here in the States. You
Matt,
know what I mean?
I didn't know you guys lost power for 3 days. Tree fell in a
wow.
transformer.
Shout out to everyone in the
Jeez,
chat.
3 days.
Shout out to Justin.
It was windy here probably, well,
They can't fix that in a day.
like Saturday. Hold on.
So far, I'm liking the screen. Guys.
Okay, am I back? Saturday, when I went to the Three Rivers Harley, it was windy that day.
Oh,
So I
yeah.
don't know if that's when he lost the power or not. But hey Justin, Sodium Soldier.
Shout out to Justin. Got to chop it up a little bit with him today.
What's up, man?
Cool.
Greetings, traveler.
Is Becky in the audience? I feel like I saw her in the beginning, but she's not. I don't see no comments coming through.
Yeah, she's.
I'm sure she's here. She just delivered me a Coke Zero.
Ah, there you go. There you go. There you go.
Okay, and we are now current.
Let's get it. Let's get it.
Well, J Cruz, thanks for taking time out of your busy schedule and coming on the show with us. It's definitely an honor to have you here.
Dude, I'm excited. Yeah, I'm excited.
Yeah.
I'm so used to being on the opposite. I literally was thinking about you guys today, and I'm like, man, it's so weird for me now to do shows because I'm so used to interviewing people.
Right.
So when people do it to me, it's kind of weird. Like, I'm like,
Yeah.
wait, what? So I'm just going to have fun. So I hope we can have a good conversation. There's a lot of great people in the audience, people that I know, people that follow both our platforms. So I'm
Absolutely.
excited to just have a really good time. And for the people that don't know, I've actually met all three of these guys in person. So it's not unfamiliar for us to have good chemistry and so forth. So I'm excited. I'm excited.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. It's like, I mean, it's like we see each other all the time, almost.
Yeah.
I mean, we've only been in person once, but like the way we talk and stuff like that, it's like we're always hanging out.
Yeah. Yeah, I always try to make an effort to come through to the show, man. I know you guys are great people, and you've always been very supportive. So I always try to make an effort to be here to the show and chit chat with the audience and show the love, you know. So
yeah,
we try and make it to your show. I know most of the time I'm driving during the beginning of the show.
Yeah.
Well,
And
that's
usually Jason's sleeping by 4 p.m., so I get it. You know what I mean? Oh, man.
Yeah, I'm usually out. It's getting harder and harder for me. I need to do something.
There you go.
Getting older, I guess.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. Right?
better than the alternative.
Wisdom. You're growing in wisdom, Jason. That's what they say now. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm wearing mine.
Yeah, I got mine on. There's
Scott. My brother Scott. What up, man? Welcome.
What's up, Scott?
Jay, I think you have the wrong mic source selected. Am I coming in clear with the mic?
It's kind of echoey.
Okay.
Now I think about it.
Okay. You know what? Let me. Is there any way to take me off screen for a second?
Sure.
Thanks.
He has to be off screen.
It's embarrassing for him.
It happens.
Yeah.
Dan says it sounds like he's using his camera mic.
That's what I was thinking. Or computer mic. Yeah.
We can hear him, so I wasn't too concerned.
Yeah. I didn't even think about it, but until he said that.
Wolverine. He fell asleep on his couch.
Yeah. That sounds like something I would do.
Or Dan. Beard of the North.
Yeah. But when I came on stream, I was like, do I need to call Jason? Scott, like, no, he was already in here. He's having trouble.
Oh, never a dull moment.
We lost J Cruz completely. Now he's out of the green room.
So
He should be back. He'll come back. I have a ton of questions for him. He has to come back.
I'm sure. Yeah. Yeah, we should definitely have him back shortly, I would think.
Yeah. So how was the Harley Davidson thing, Jason?
Oh, excuse me. It was all right. I was, hoping there could have been a couple other people make it, but they couldn't.
I'm sorry. How about now?
Oh, you
That's
sound
better.
so
Better.
great.
Okay. Shout out to Dan. Actually, it's funny because anytime he has audio issues on his platform, I'll be like, I'll send him a message like, yo, Dan, the mic's off. So shout out to him. The problem is, this is why I'm a big proponent of having warranty on your products and on your equipment. My wiring for the stand that I use got messed up, so I'm running another wire through the Roadcaster directly. Okay, so now we're good.
You're good. You're good.
Great.
What's up, guys?
So Jason was just giving us a rundown on the Harley Davidson weekend.
Okay.
I think he saw Sage.
Yeah, I mean,
there.
it was. Yeah, it was a nice. I mean, their ad on their website said there was going to be a lot of vendors. There wasn't. There wasn't a lot of vendors. There was maybe 6.
Okay.
And I mean, it was a nice shop.
6.
Nice shop. They had some nice bikes in there. I got to talk to Rick Sagebeard a little bit. took Colton, the grandson, along, so got pictures with him. But yeah,
Did you want to
we
buy a
bought.
bike?
No, I'm not going to buy a bike.
No.
But we bought some jerky. There was a guy there selling beef jerky, so we bought some of that.
Oh, that's cool.
But yeah, it was just good to see him again. You know, I did meet him once before. There was he, well, and he doesn't. Am I froze? Did I freeze?
You're in and out. You're back.
Okay, am I back?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I met him and Nate from Ferocious before in
Yeah.
a town not too far away, and yeah, he.
That's my
So
boxing.
yeah,
guard.
this is the second time, but I mean, he is not far from me at all. There, I told him. I said, "Oh,
Yeah, that's wild. Your internet.
okay, I'm back again."
Like it's so weird because you have a clear picture to
Yeah.
me. Like it's not like distorted or anything, but it just freezes.
Yeah, it's just well, what happens is it kicks me out. It kicks me out. The screen goes black, and then it comes back up, and then there I am. But anyway, yeah, I told Rick. I said, you know, we live close enough together. I said we need to get together for dinners and stuff like that. You know,
That's cool. I've actually got to interact with Rick a couple of times. Very respectful, older gentleman, correct?
Yeah.
Right? Rick from Sage Beer.
yes,
Yeah.
yes, yeah. So, yeah.
All right. Well, let's get to grilling Jason, or I mean, J Cruz.
Oh man, he said he had questions, and I'm like,
I
questions.
do. I have some
Oh
questions.
man, he gonna put me on the hot
Because-
spot.
You know, you're a pretty open guy, but there's a lot that people don't know about. So, I mean, if you don't want to answer these, you can say pass, but they're
Okay.
not that bad. They're not bad at all.
Okay. Hopefully, I don't lose any subscribers tonight. Well, we'll see. We'll see.
We'll start with an easy one, though.
Okay.
I've driven through New Jersey plenty of
Ooh.
times.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't fully understood why it's called a garden state, though.
Yeah.
Explain your Jersey.
To be honest with you, I think that's more of a up south thing, like closer to PA. I'm not 100% sure about that, but that's what they call it. You know,
Yeah.
New Jersey gets such a bad rep, and I think part of it is because of Jersey Shore. Let me know in the chat if you ever saw Jersey Shore, but most of those brothers and sisters are not even from Jersey. They're all from like Staten Island or Rhode, somewhere in New York. They're from New York originally. Only one person is from that was on the Jersey Shore. Only one person was from New Jersey, but for the most part, yeah, they call it the Garden State. I really don't know. I probably knew in elementary school why they called it the Garden State, but I can't front up here and be like, oh yeah, you know, well, no.
I've only driven in like the rough section, like right. I don't know. I can't remember what the town, but right across from George Washington Bridge there.
Okay, like
that
Jersey City, Union City. Yeah,
there's no gardens there.
Yeah, no, there's no gardens.
That's concrete.
So that's why I'm saying, like, when I get to go to places, it's from where a lot of the people that are part of the beard community, when I either get to visit different areas or, excuse me, even where there's a lot of open area, for me, that's something totally different. You know what I mean? Because everything's so compact and close, like literally next to us. The house is like right next door to us. So if the neighbors are having a party, if they're having anything, I can literally hear it. So it's like 3 a.m, guys, and they're full out, you know, reggaeton and type of music right next door to like where I'm staying at. And yeah, but you know what though? But I do love where I grew up. But I'm hoping for a different chapter in my life once I move.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, so that's funny. Dan said, "Okay, well, the history teacher. There you go. The theme of, I think it's Trenton. If you go into Trenton, which is the capital of New Jersey, it says Trenton makes and the world takes, and I think it has something to do with like a lot of manufacturing things happen up there in Trenton and so forth. But yeah, I remember that quote.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
So speaking of moving, Jay, have you definitely decided where you're going yet?
So my move state date is October of this year, and
Oh,
I recently had a switch of heart, possibly to move to San Antonio, Texas. Originally, I said Dallas, but the only reason, and you guys might laugh at this, but that's part of being a single guy with no kids and no wife right now. You know what I mean? One of the gentlemen I got to, he's actually part of the beard community. Um, he's not as active, but he runs a school in San Antonio, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. And we were talking about it, man. And I thought it would be, I've always wanted to do that because I think it would be a great blessing to my weight loss journey. And he's like, and I told him in the podcast, I said, you know, I had someone that I wanted to go to, but they were like, hey, lose more weight and then come to me. And he was someone's brother Saad. He told me, he said, man, listen, I'm gonna let you know if you come. He's like, we got guys that are over 400 pounds. He's like, we make them big in Texas. You feel me? And he's like, if you were to come to my school, I would train you. You know what I mean? I would help you to lose the weight. And I thought that was so cool because obviously the boxing is something that I'm passionate about and I love. And then that form of MMA. And again, it's not that I'm going to be fighting people and nothing like that. It's more about the discipline that lifestyle carries to help me stay consistent with my weight loss goals. But I've wanted to move to Texas and North Carolina. Those have been the two things. And especially as a content creator, doing this for the majority of my full time and doing freelance work and marketing and editing services and all that, I can do that from anywhere in the country. If I wanted to move down to Mexico, I could do that. You know what I mean? So
right.
It gives me that liberty to kind of choose where I want to. And I think Texas is probably my place, even though I have some friends that are like, are you sure you want to go to Texas? And I'm like, yeah. Originally, I wanted to go to Dallas because I fell in love with the Dallas culture. When I was in a master's program, I went to SMU for a couple of weeks for a program in the summer. It was like based on Hispanic studies and so forth, and for Latino students. And I fell in love with Dallas, like the culture, like the nightlife, how everyone was a little bit more friendly. Just, I don't know. It was so different from what I'm accustomed to. That's why whenever I go down south and people are very friendly, I kind of look at them like, huh? You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
You know, because out here in Jersey and New York, we don't really do that. And Walter will probably tell you in Philly, they don't do that either.
Right.
So, yeah.
Walter wanted to know why you're hiding your curls for girls.
You know what it is, man? Okay, so I'm having a little bit of an issue, and I'm actually going to talk to Chucky when I go out there. Because I don't know if anybody, no, Scott does. I sleep with a sleep apnea machine. And what happens to be is my beard, it's the machine that I have and the mask that I have doesn't really mess up my beard. But because I have longer hair, I'm starting to develop knots in the back of my head, like hair knots. And that's because the back piece tugs and pulls throughout the night. And I don't know if any of you guys are like side sleepers. I'm a side sleeper. So I'm moving back and forth. And I've been using beard oil. I actually use Beard Brand's utility oil for my hair. Like I use that as one of the things. But yeah, keeping the curls are very very tedious. So I try to throw on a beanie when I can just to, keep everything in place. So there's that.
Yeah, I never have that issue, but I wear a different style of mask.
Do you use the one that covers everything?
Yeah.
I can't do that.
And it does give me a little dip here.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It would give you the beard dip. Dip. But you do a pretty good job. You just take it out with like some heat. Do you use heat for your beard? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It normally comes out pretty easy.
I wear the same thing.
Oh, you do? Okay.
A mask that covers the nose and the mouth. And
okay, so you get the beard dip as well?
I get it more in the mustache here.
Okay.
I have to kind of work out in the morning. But
yeah. I got a video coming out next week about, how to manage your beard without any heat, because I know there's a couple of brothers that don't use heat.
I thought you were going to say a video about a mustache. I was like,
oh, I don't really. So look, here's the thing though. I'm okay. No, listen, I'm gonna tell you what's funny though. It wasn't until I got into the beard community that I was not so. I don't want to say I was what's the word? Self-conscious of like my mustache, but it wasn't until people actually pointed out. They're like, "Oh, it doesn't connect." And to me, this is still a mustache, brother.
It is. I'm just
saying,
saying, I always said that because you brought it up one time.
Yeah.
I've never,
Yeah.
no
Nah,
disrespect
but
to your
I'm a good
mustache,
sport,
man.
man. I if you can't laugh at yourself, man, then come on, cheer up.
Right.
It's not that serious. You know what I mean? So
Yeah. So
Yeah.
next question. You ready?
Yeah. Oh my God, we got questions. I'm telling you, this is so weird because I'm always on the opposite side of this. And to sit here and just try to chill. No coffee tonight. All right. Let me shut up. Go ahead.
What was your passion before the beard content creation?
Interesting. Okay.
What was it that you did every day or looked forward to and worked on before what, 3 years ago, 4 years ago?
Yeah, no, I've been in the beard community 3. I've been in content creation 2.5.
Okay.
Almost. Yeah.
So then before the beard community.
Yeah. I mean, I'll say what my passion was mental health. I mean, that's something that I think, and I always love talking to Michael about this stuff because I don't think mental health gets talked about a lot. And sometimes people may use it as a cliche, but I've seen mental health on different levels and I understand that pain. You know what I mean? That's why, and there's more to it, right? But what I can share and feel comfortable sharing is that I try to live my life every day from a place of gratitude because I know that there's a lot of people out there that are suffering. You feel me? And so mental health is something that I was and still am passionate about.
Right.
And I hope to one day be able to use my platform to help spread more awareness and help for people, especially suicide prevention. I think that's something that doesn't get talked about a lot till after it happens. And yeah. So, but my creative outlet, which is funny because a lot of people may not notice, my creative outlet was, have you ever heard of spoken word? Have you ever heard of that?
Yeah.
So I actually used to do some of that.
I could see that.
Yeah, I actually used to do a couple of spoken word. I actually competed in a couple of competitions.
Nice.
There was like a big like talent show thing going on, and I actually won third place, but I was against some other people that were competing like with different types of arts. And but I took home a check. I ain't gonna lie though. I tell you,
that's awesome.
And I've competed and performed that at a couple of places, but I haven't done that in such a long time. But I will say that I believe in the power of everybody's voice and what you can do with it. Right? You have power to help influence people either for the positive or either for the negative. As you know what I mean? We know what we talk about when we say that. So I used to do that. That's probably something that a lot of people never knew about me, that I used to do really spoken word. Yeah. It's
so
like
you're
you're
the spotlight in this little club, dimly lit, and you're like
talking
into the microphone.
Yeah, a lot of the pieces that I used to write were actually more based on like growing up in my neighborhood and seeing the tragedy that I would see, or like dealing with oppression and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Shout out to my boy Ken. So that's a creative outlet that I used to have. You know what I mean? And I'm pretty sure I could tap back into it, but I'm having so much fun being a content creator that's constantly looking to improve in content and grow and learn and become a student of it. I think that's the most important thing, becoming a student of it.
Yeah.
Awesome. What's up, Juan?
Oh,
thanks, Jerry.
I meant to mention it earlier. We do have a new logo, I guess, starting this week. So if you haven't seen it,
I like it.
Let us know what you think.
I like it. It looks very nice, man.
Jason's wife designed that for us.
Oh, no way.
Yeah.
Nice. I like it, Jason. That's talent. I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Next question.
Ooh.
If you could only do one thing on your bucket list, what would it be?
Just one?
Just one. You have to pick one thing from your bucket list, and that's what you're going to do.
Oh, I want to go to Alaska.
Yeah.
I want to go to Alaska, and it's funny because I'm from Jersey, right? So I started seeing videos, and it's like a internal joke within the community about me versus mooses and bears and stuff like that. But excuse me. But I recently started seeing videos on Alaska, and I didn't realize how beautiful Alaska is. Like no one, like I've never seen that. You feel me on WB11 on Saturday mornings? You know what I mean? Like I've never seen how beautiful this world was till I went to Utah and I experienced, Yellowstone, and I saw that, and that experience opened my eyes to whoa, the world is so much bigger than just your city, New Jersey. So I'm like, man, if I seen this and I see the videos on Alaska and how people travel there, how people live there, how people fish there, I mean, I think it would just be out of this world, man, out of this world. So I would love to do that. And I am going to do it eventually at one point, but I definitely, yeah, that one would be one off the top of the head right now.
Yeah, that would be awesome to see those.
Yeah.
Just views, the glaciers.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that's definitely something I want to do one day.
Sorry for your loss, G. Lumen.
Yeah, Gary, sorry to hear that.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
Wow.
Jason, you ever been to Alaska?
No.
No. All right. Next question.
Yeah.
Think back, way back, like 15 years ago. What was your favorite toy as a kid?
My favorite toy?
As a kid. Yes.
I mean, probably, I don't know if it, so I'm a 90s baby, right? So I would say I was bugging my mom for a while about this pinball Batman machine. And it was a small one, though. It was a toy one. And I was like, I want this. And it was in the catalog, you feel me? And I was like, I don't know if she's going to buy this for me. And she actually bought it for me. And I was very surprised because my mom's like this. If you know what that means she's a little too frugal. You feel me? She bought it for me, and that was probably one of the happiest moments in my childhood because I really loved that Batman pinball machine, man.
Oh wow.
Yeah, that was pretty cool, man. Yeah. Vato probably knows what I mean when I say that. That's funny.
Mine was definitely Star Wars and G.I. Joe figures. Those were my top ones. But I was an 80s kid, so
yeah, I missed that. I missed the G.I. Joe era. I talked to Joe from Octane about it, and he's in love with those things from back in the day. And I'm like,
yeah,
G.I. Joe, isn't that like? And I guess that's something from the 80s that people loved.
Big.
I'm not sure.
Yeah.
I remember the big ones before they got smaller.
That's because Scott's way older than me. So
there you go.
Way.
I remember them with the Kung Fu grip. They had the rubber hand.
Oh shoot.
Yep.
Okay.
We had an Atex, a six-wheeled vehicle for them, and I had the Evil Knievels too. You get the van, he'd jump his own van, you crank it up, and then he shoots and takes off.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, fun.
For you guys, and maybe for the chat too. If there's a toy from your childhood that you could bring back to now, what would that be? Like, what would you want to have, even if it's like in the box, prestigious? You know what I mean?
One thing I wish I kept, because I still have like a lot of Star Wars stuff, but one thing I wish I would have kept were my Garbage Pail Kid cards.
Yeah. Okay. Scott's laughing like, really?
It's weird. I know it sounds weird.
Out of all the things,
I wish I had those. I miss them. I got rid of them one day, and I wish I never would have.
They're funny.
Yeah.
Um,
One thing I love to do when I go to like a city is check out their toy store, like the vintage toy store. Like New Orleans got a nice one.
Yeah.
Down in not New Orleans, Vegas, in Fremont Street in Vegas, they got a really cool 70s, 80s type toy store.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah. Anytime I go into the retro stores, it's like your automatic childhood lights up within you, right? And now you got money, so now you can buy the stuff. Like,
yeah.
I remember, and it's so funny because, well, no, there's people here that have played Yu-Gi-Oh and Pokemon, but when I was in college, I was like early 20s. I went crazy on Yu-Gi-Oh cards because I could afford them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I spent hundreds of dollars, even like on rare Yu-Gi-Oh cards. And me and my boys, we'd play sometimes, but then, you know, I just got rid of them with age. But yeah, that's one thing I wish I had, like, when I was a kid, was able to have more like Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh cards, like, for sure, because they were expensive. So salute.
All right, next question.
Yep. And there's people dropping questions in the chat too, so we're pretty sure we'll get to those at one point.
Yeah. So
I'm nervous with Michael, man. He's like, I got questions for you, Jay. I'm like, oh man.
Did you have MySpace?
Did I have MySpace? Yeah.
Who were your top 3?
Oof. And let me tell you, her name was Anna Escon. No. Anna. What was her name? I forgot her last name. This one girl that I've man. And you know what? She ended up liking me after the fact, but I had her and I had maybe like 1 or 2, 3 people. Like, I didn't have much because if you remember back in MySpace, and I'm pretty sure everyone in the chat can agree with me, that would start a beef. That would start up issues amongst friends.
Yeah.
So
I was in top 8.
Yeah. So I was in high school. And if you didn't have certain people in your top 8 or your top 16 or your top 4, it would start controversy and issues till MySpace allowed you the option to not show your top, and things got a little bit cooler after that. But I mean, MySpace was cool, man. I don't care what no one says. That era was fire. And the fact that like people can go to your page and you can have any song playing.
Right.
Woo! I had a lot of Young Jeezy playing at that time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think Jason was frozen for a moment there.
Yeah.
Let's see. Scott, is there anything we need to...
When it's quiet, you don't notice as much.
Yeah.
Well, I've got some questions.
All right, I'll take a break.
Well, if you have more, you can go ahead.
Well, I got 2 more.
Well, go ahead then.
All right. Then I'll turn it over to you. You got questions too. You got 3 people with questions.
There you go. I mean, I'd rather do this like this than what's the word? Interrogation. I'd rather talk with y'all than be up there with, you know, Bitter Wolverine in some room talking about I took some tackies from the store. Shout out to Bitter Wolverine, yo. I seen him in his stuff, man. He be catching people, bro.
Yeah.
Have you seen his work?
I bet he gives some crazy looks at people.
Yeah. Oof. Shout out to Bearded Wolverine, man.
Yeah. This job like seems cool. I'm sure it's stressful for him, and I'm sure it's got its downside, but it seems like it'd be cool to do that for a day.
Yeah. But think about it, like you think you about to leave that Walmart unharmed, unfazed, and this dude with a humongous, glorious beard just goes right up to your face like, yo, here, and shows you his badge. I don't know, man. That's a little intimidating right there.
The beard's intimidating by itself.
Yeah. Shout out to Peter Wolverine, man.
Yeah. All right. What is your stance on washing your hands after using the bathroom?
Of course you have to. Who doesn't? Yeah, I wouldn't be comfortable after that, especially if you got to shake someone's hand after that, man. I mean, that's just common courtesy, bro. You feel me? Now, washing your hands. Now, if you bougie, they usually have lotion in the bathroom. But wait, why would lotion be in there? Wait, no, they do. Yeah. So wash your hands always after.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Well, before. Wouldn't it make more sense to do it before than after?
I don't know. I usually do it after. I mean, this might sound a little weird, but me and Jason were in the bathroom when we met in person. And we both washed our hands after, right, Jason?
Yep.
Oh man.
All right.
I'll tell you one thing though. When I'm at work, I wash my hands before because
Okay.
they're
Yeah.
dirty.
I would think so. Yeah.
I mean, if you're going to like a restaurant or something like that, it's better to wash before, yeah. Especially if you're gonna touch your food and stuff like that.
If you were taken hostage 5 years ago, what would surprise you the most about the world today?
Surprise me?
Yeah. So you're taken hostage 5 years ago. You're kept in a closet for 5 years.
Yeah.
You come out and they're like, whoa.
So 5 years ago compared to today, I don't know, man. That's tough.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a tough one. I don't know. I don't know what I would say to that. I mean, off the top of my head, right now, there's such a well, I gotta be careful what I say about this, but there's so much debate on relationships now. Like I listen around my age group, there's a lot of debates about like men and women dating and modern women and dating and what that looks like and what's like red pill, blue pill. There's this whole thing.
Yeah.
You see it all through social media, and it's just it can be sometimes it can be a little toxic. So that would surprise me because I'm like, man, when did we start talking to each other like that? You feel me? So there's that. That's a big thing now on social media. You know,
a couple people in the chat are saying COVID. That's a good point. I didn't even think about COVID.
Oh, you see, I didn't even think about that.
Yeah.
I didn't even think about that one. That was a good one.
Well, and seeing, I mean, without getting political, but just seeing what the politics are going on right now too.
Yeah.
Who are, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. All right, those were the best.
Okay. Oh man.
Okay, we've got a couple from the chat.
I bet.
Dan C wanted to know if you're ready to smash some hearty breakfast in Connecticut soon.
Oh yeah, I get to see Dan in a couple of weeks. Now, what's interesting is that he's a beast on his own. But the cool thing is, being able to collaborate with another creator, it's very cool to be with people like that because we can be standing together and I'll be like, yo, Dan, can you hold my camera? Can you take this quick shot? And boom, he's right on it. Or if pictures need to be taken, or if we do an improv to a reel, like an interview. So I really like that. But if Dan doesn't know, Devin Haney versus Lomachenko is on May 20th. So we watching that when we come back from the expo that night at where we staying at. So just letting you know. But yeah, I'm excited for that. The Barber Expo is like one of the biggest events of the year. So it's a lot of work though. It's a lot of standing. So I'm bringing comfortable shoes this year. Very comfortable shoes. Oh man. So yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing Dan and the whole Octane team in a couple of weeks.
Yeah. I know Dan C, when we were in Wyoming, it was like he was on Fast Forward.
Yeah, yeah. That's the thing though. And this is why it's really cool to have people that kind of think like you or you guys complement each other very well.
Yeah.
Because whenever him and I collaborate or we work together, we complement each other's strengths and weaknesses together like very well. And it's like a smooth running machine. So I appreciate that. I appreciate that for sure.
Yeah, that's definitely nice.
Yeah.
And then Russ Young wanted to know, Joe Pesci is also from New Jersey. Have you ever met him?
Nah, that area. So shout out to my Italian brothers and sisters. That's more up there, North Jersey. I'm more Central Jersey. And some people will tell you there's no such thing as Central Jersey. But there's a big like Italian community more towards that area, like Bergen, Union City, North Jersey, anything up north, almost like towards that New York area. So yeah, like almost before that, yeah. Like where Jersey Joe's from, that's a community that there's a good amount of Italian brothers and sisters out there. For sure.
Okay, and Gary wanted to know, Central, where is that?
Yeah. So Central is like, we're right before Trenton. We're right before Princeton. Like, I think that's where it starts, from Princeton to like Newark. I think that's Central Jersey, like all those cities, Elizabeth, Perth Amboy, a lot of city. You know what's funny? Wolverine was one of the people that kind of put that little voice in my ear, like, yo, try to like the DJ Healthy, DJ Cruz, because that's when I started implementing a lot more sound effects to my show and a lot of more like transitions and stuff like that. I think that was cool. I know he meant it from a cool place, so I just kind of jumped on it and I was like, oh yeah, I like that. So whenever I start the show, I always be like, and if you're here at the CMU, you know that. And I click the button that says, we are live. And it's like the UFC announcer that usually does that.
Mhm.
So yeah, it's cool. It's dope.
But here, because we've got you here.
There you go.
There we go.
There you go. Oh yeah. It's cool to find sound effects, man. Fight a buffalo in the ring, man.
I think that was.
I wish, man. Listen, I know a lot of people may think I'm joking, but I wish I would have been able to touch that buffalo when we was at Yellowstone. But Tyson pulled the car up too quick. But I was close though, because I was with Copper Johns, had a camera guy, and I was like, take a picture of me, and I kept moving back, but the buffalo was like maybe like 10 feet out, like 20 feet out. So I was trying to make my way a little bit closer to it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, the one by me and Jason was real close.
Well, think about it. That's a hell of a story. Like, you got to touch a buffalo in person. I mean, how many people could say that? You know?
Yeah, I came awfully close to him.
With the stick shift. I don't know. What's that?
Can you drive a stick shift?
No, I never did. Yeah, I never drove. I don't even know how to drive manual, bro.
They're the same thing.
Oh yeah. My fault. But yeah, that's what I mean. I don't know how to drive manual. I don't know how to drive stick shift. Now, the funniest thing, you want to hear one of the funniest thing? I was dating this girl at one time, Puerto Rican girl. Her name was Tanya, and she drove stick shift. She had a Mazda, very nice Mazda. This is when I was younger. I don't know, with respect to the ladies, right? She wanted to hold hands while we would drive, like while she would drive. So imagine she's driving stick shift and she has to constantly grab my hand, and it's a whole thing, man. I'm like, what? Anyway.
Don't mind me. I'm just going through all these comments, kind of reading. So,
and when you were talking about collaborating,
yeah,
with Dan C, Gary asked, when you collaborate, do you stop and listen?
When I collaborate, do I stop and listen? I mean, it's pretty much go time. I mean, I try to listen. Yeah, I pretty much it's go time, especially with events and stuff like that. I mean, I got to work with Ali Cat for an event one time, and I think for me, it's always about trying to create a story with your content. So it's like thinking ahead of what looks great. How would the audience react? So I don't know, but I love that. You know what I'm saying? I love that.
And there was actually another one here. Mark wanted to know how your boxing footwork is doing.
My footwork?
Yeah.
Brother, don't play me. It's trash right now. There's no way. Man, listen, let me tell you something. I felt a little humbled. I ain't gonna lie. And I get it though. I get it. My coach told me, he was like, look, right now, you just gotta worry. You just gotta focus on losing the weight. Don't go crazy with the power. But what I didn't realize about boxing was that if you do not have good footwork, you're not gonna be a good boxer. You can be a flat-footed boxer, but the problem is like using the less movement to be able to hit strong shots. You feel me? But I realized that if you're like, for example, I'm very overweight, I'm working on it, but having the right footwork, having the right position, having the right stance, all that matters in boxing, bro. It's a lot, but I'm having fun though. I'm having fun with it though. So I gotta I gotta enjoy the journey, man. I gotta take it little by little. So, you know what I mean?
Oh yeah. So talking about boxing, when was it that you became interested in boxing?
So, in doing it, you mean like actually signed up for a class?
No, no, just boxing in
Oh
general.
no, I mean I've been a boxing fan for a while. I really picked up over like the last couple years, and then I started getting involved in the you know how we have like we're part of a beard community. Oh, there's a whole nother. There's a
Yeah.
boxing community, and it gets real out there, like trash talk and debating. We use the word "oh, he getting cooked" when someone's losing a debate, but it's all good fun, man. I love it. I love it. So and it wasn't, I think it was the beginning of the end of last year where I said, you know what, bro, I'm probably gonna look crazy out here, but I want to do boxing. I think it'll be a really cool thing to help me lose weight. And I talked to my coach, shout out to Coach Jason, and I was like, yo, this is what I want to do. What are you thinking? They accepted me at the gym, bro. Even when we would do certain drills, like the class would give me a little time, you feel me, or put me on the side to do a different type of drill, stuff like that. But it's been a blessing, man. It's been a blessing.
Oh.
Be
Here's a
careful,
question.
Walter. Be careful.
You don't want to answer that one?
Cruz, what has been your 3 favorite interviews thus far? Okay, so Vic Blends wasn't like a full interview. It was more like a quick collaboration. So I'll put that to the side. Maddie Conrad for sure. That's probably like the biggest one I've ever done. I'll tell you another one that I thoroughly enjoyed when I had Holly and Dawn from Whiskey and Hardtack. If you ever saw that interview, that was probably, there was so many gems in that. You know what I mean? There was so much like wisdom in their conversation about business, about life, success. I thought that was probably one of my favorite ones. So Maddie Conrad, Holly and Don. And I mean, recently I got to talk with Lou, the celebrity videographer, on my podcast, and I really enjoyed that one. That one was like an hour. Like we recorded over an hour of content like on the podcast because I thoroughly enjoyed it. Like learning about what it takes to be a celebrity videographer and some of the crazy stories he's encountered. So there's so many different ones that I enjoyed more than others for certain reasons, right? Like the person was a great person to interview. Excuse me. And I thought I muted myself and I didn't. So yeah, but it's all the interviews have been great. But if you ask me like my top 3 that I was like that I took the most like away from, that I was like, dang, like I needed a couple days to process, would probably be those 3. Yeah. For now. You know what I mean? So
True North wanted to know if you've ever been to a Giants or Jets game in North Jersey.
no, I've never been, but I've been to the stadium. I forgot what, I think it was World Cup South Africa qualifiers for that. Honduras was playing. I think they played Costa Rica that game. So I've been to the stadium, but I've been to the New Orleans Saints Stadium twice, and I've been to the LSU Stadium once. So, yeah.
Was it one here?
Is
Chris Perez
Jason?
wanted to know the craziest thing Vix has cured for you.
Oh, that's funny. Yeah, Vicks is interesting, man. So, like in the Hispanic culture, they say that Vicks cures all diseases. So, like if you're having a fever, you put Vicks on like the bottom of your feet or on your chest, and it's supposed to like
I've heard
cure
that.
you and everything, you know. But I think probably like a fever or something like that. You know what I mean? I can't say that it was like some other crazy stuff, you know. That's funny though. What's up, Ryan? That's my guy, Ryan, man. He's a big supporter.
Just to let you guys
Just
know
make
that
sure
have been
one's
commenting about me freezing up. Yeah, I keep getting kicked off, and then I come back in. So yeah,
Yeah.
just I'm in and out, but I'm here. So, and I can still hear these guys talking even when my screen goes black. So that's good.
Where
Mark says, not a question, but dude, I love cruise control. You were killing it, bro.
Oh, I appreciate that, man. Shout out to everyone that's been listening to the podcast. In April, my focus is going to be to build more of the YouTube aspect of the Cruise Control podcast by putting videos out there, clips and reels. And now that I have an editor for my podcast, I don't have to take 7 hours of my time to do that. You know, I can focus on creating video for it. So that's going to be coming in April more and more. So,
Cool.
yeah, man.
I believe that is all the questions from the chat.
There you go. Shout out to the chat, man. Oh, shout out to Joey Hookham. I ain't see the brother in a minute. What's up, bro?
Oh. If you could invent something, what would you invent even if it's not real?
If I could invent something, I would say, man, even though it's probably available now, sleep cars where you can actually take a little nap, man. Like you can convert your car seat into like almost a bed, bro. Like, but comfortably, you know what I mean? I know Tesla at one point had driving cars, self-driving cars, but they showed a guy sleeping. So I'd probably do something like that, man.
Yeah, I don't think they're that far away from them being
All right.
releasing that. The self-driving car, anyway.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know that I could sleep in one. Far as trusting it, but
Yeah. Yep.
Chris Perez says this one's easy, a fart-powered car.
There you go.
I would say I'd go to my Back to the Future dreams and invent a time machine.
Yeah, I still got to see that movie. I never seen it, but okay.
Yes, you definitely got to see it.
Yeah, people crucify me for that one, man. I never seen Back to the Future.
How?
When did it come out? In the early 90s, right?
I think in the
No.
80s.
80s, yeah. It passed.
1985.
Was it 85?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know I'm not the only one that's never seen Back to the Future. Maybe
No,
in the
you are.
Maybe in the beard community, I'm probably.
It is literally on TV like every weekend.
Oh my god! Well, I don't watch TV that much, man. You know, that's one thing that I'll tell you that's interesting. A lot. How many of us really have cable anymore? I think a lot of people just stream the services they like. Like I have Peacock, I have Stars. I stream Stars for like my Power Show, and I have YouTube, and that's it. That's everything I stream. Like if I mean, my sister has Disney for the kids and stuff like that, but I don't watch TV. You know,
Disney's nice. You can watch your Star Wars anytime you want.
Yeah, that's what. Well, that's good too. Yeah, but HBO Max, I hear is like I had HBO Max for a period in time, but that I think that's probably the best streaming service.
Probably, yeah.
HBO Max, yeah.
They got the big hitters on there.
Yeah.
I like Peacock because they'll every once in a while, pretty frequent, they'll throw on a new movie. Like that knock at the cabin.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'm sorry. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
That was a good one. Did you like that, Jason?
It was weird.
The knock at the cabin.
Oh, yeah. I love him.
It was so does me and my wife, but I think the more he puts out, I think the worse they are. Like Signs. I loved Signs.
Yeah.
The Village.
Yeah, The Village was good.
Yeah.
Lady in the Water. I like that one. Of course, The Sixth Sense.
Mhm.
You know, but yeah, it's I don't know this one. It was all right, but it was just weird. It was kind of weird, the whole thing. I thought.
Yeah.
I mean, I knew what they were doing, trying to do and stuff, but yeah, they all wound up what happened to what happened. You know, the four of them that went to the cabin wound up what happened to them, and I'm like, man, this is really strange, but yeah.
Yeah, it definitely was. To me, it almost seemed like he was crossing with who's that other director who just retired? Quentin
Jim Carrey.
Tarantino.
Yeah.
I mean, it wasn't a bad movie, but I don't know. I guess I just expected more out of it.
Yeah, I just watched a movie that reminded me of Quentin Tarantino just recently. I can't think of the name of it though. Go ahead, I'll think of it.
Yep.
So, what are the biggest things you have learned in life so far?
Ooh, that's really good. Okay. So I'm gonna give a couple of things that I've learned that have helped me. And I've been fortunate enough, man, to have really good people in my life, like quote unquote, almost like mentors, man. And one of them definitely a mentor. So I always talk about this as it relates to social media. And unfortunately, you see it throughout different communities. But number one thing that I would say is never, if you're in a position of influence, if you're in a position of just people following you, never address drama publicly. Never use your platform, never use your voice, your influence to create any type of negative stirring of a pot, negative retaliation. Never do it. What I usually do, and I love people, but there's some people I don't like, brother. I mean, it is what it is. But what I've learned to do is to call a friend and vent and keep it there and move on from there. Like it's very tricky when you use your platform, no matter if it's a YouTube channel, a Instagram account, whatever the case may be, to use that to kind of help influence in a negative way or address something in a negative way. So that's one thing. The other thing that I would say is learn to vent correctly and have a safe space. I have friends who can call me and say, yo, I'm feeling like this. I think this, bleep that, bleep this, and it will stay there because I'd rather them call me than them do what I just said. Use a social media platform to express their emotion. So don't use, never address drama publicly. Learn how to vent. And this one's very important. And I'm pretty sure Brewer Michael will love this one right here. Learn to have proper boundaries. And I think for a good part of like of like my young adulthood, I used to be a people pleaser. You know what I mean? Like I used to want people like I didn't want to like hurt people's feelings. And then I started realizing that I was kind of violating myself and my peace of mind because I was people pleasing. So once I grew out of that and learned from that and understood that my peace of mind is the most important thing in my life, because if I don't have a peace of mind, then my family is impacted. My friends are impacted. So I know now how to have boundaries. That may mean not picking up the phone. That may mean saying, hey, can we talk later? That might mean me addressing something to that person. You know what I mean? But having boundaries is one of the best things you can do, for sure.
Definitely.
And there's so many other lessons, but yeah, those are three that came to mind right now.
They're great.
For sure. Yeah. Ryan, shout out to Ryan. That's right on point.
Yeah.
I'm very big on respect, man. I'm telling you, like respect is something important, man. And I don't mean respect in the way that that you have to, like, what's the word? Put someone on a pedestal. I'm not being that. I'm just saying, like, the common courtesy, man, of respect, right? Like, simple things, man. Checking in, respecting boundaries, having conversations, the simple things. Like, respect is so important, man. So simple, but so important.
Yeah, that's one thing my dad drove into my head.
Yeah.
Throughout my teen years is respect and making sure you're not using people, taking advantage of them.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Respect everyone.
Yeah. Well, especially, yeah, for sure. Shout out to Bob. Bato, that's great. We need to learn how to say no. Yes. And no does not mean that you don't care about someone. It doesn't mean, but it just means that you care about yourself as well. And you need to protect your peace, man, your health and all that stuff, man.
Yeah.
That's a good question.
What would constitute a perfect day for you?
I'm sorry?
What would constitute a perfect day for you?
Oh, what would constitute a perfect beard company for me?
No, a day. Your day.
Oh, what would constitute a perfect day for me?
Yes.
I mean, pretty much. I mean, I'm pretty laid back, man. I don't do much, but if I'm going to the gym or if I'm here on my computer working, man, I don't really have a social life like that unless it's like for some type of event. With family or friends, like to watch an MMA fight or a boxing fight or any of that. But basically, my perfect day would consist of me waking up, getting to my emails, working on some content, going to the gym, coming back home, having a nice dinner, and just chill out. Listen to some R&B music while I work and stuff like that. Pretty much, ain't much to it.
Well, that's cool. And then, since you almost mistook my question, I'll just ask you this. Walter wanted to know what makes a beard company products great.
Yeah, that's a good one. Because part of what I do is a reviewer, and it's so interesting because so many people have different perspectives on beard care. I mean, there's some things that are general, right? The benefits of beard oil, the benefits of beard butter. But there's been moments where I've tried products that people loved and it didn't work for me, or it wasn't all that for me. You know what I mean? And that doesn't negate my experience or their experience. You know what I mean? But I think some of the fundamental things is to, first of all, make sure that the customer service is great from the company. Number two, make sure that, I try to always say, man, avoid silicones and beard oils. I think that's not a good look. I mean, I've tried a couple from the big box companies and they haven't been all great. I would say make sure that they're using quality ingredients. They're going through the process. They're going through the steps, the testing. Make sure you're trying different beards, not just one beard. Like if you're just trying your oils on only gray beards, try different beards, ginger beards, gray beards, black beards, different types of even cultural beards, right? Like Hispanic brothers, Caucasian brothers, African-American brothers. See how that works with your product, how it works on different skin tones. You know what I mean? All that stuff. So yeah, man, for sure.
If you could follow someone around for a day, who would you follow and why?
Living or dead?
Living or dead?
Or just living?
Yo, Beard Wiley, you crazy. He's funny. And yeah, and I totally agree with Mark on that. Great feeling beard, creativity. That's the cool thing about being an owner, as for the guys that are owners, like being able to create great products. But and scents are so subjective. I mean, there's stuff that I love from Detroit Grooming that I may not necessarily love from Copper Johns and vice versa. So it's really that's why I say it's like borderline personalized. Beard care is borderline personalized, but obviously there's some general conceptions of what's a great product. Dang, that's a hard one. But right now, if I had to pick someone to spend the day with, it would probably be Eric Thomas. I don't know if you guys know who Eric Thomas is, but he's a motivational speaker. They call him the hip hop preacher. He does a lot of stuff on Instagram. He's actually from Detroit. And I just love his character, man. I think he's such an authentic cat. He's from Detroit, and he has a very powerful voice, but he consults and coaches and speaks with NBA players, basketball players. And I just love his work ethic, man. And that's one thing that I want to be able to do more and more is to improve that in my life, work ethic and time management. I really want to. I'll be the first to say that I'm not the best at that stuff. You know, I'm spontaneous, but I'm not as disciplined in the art of like time management and self-discipline. So that's something that I'm working towards. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, Chris Perez thinks that you would follow Shakira around.
I mean, brother, I'm gonna say something, but I can't say it on this platform. But just hit me up. I'll tell you. Respectfully, of course, respectfully. I think she's divorced now. I think. Yeah, I think she's no longer with her boyfriend. Well, no, her husband at that point. Cruz would definitely be so. Yo, now if you were to say person that has passed away, I might say Selena, man. Yo, listen, let me tell you something about Selena. Selena was one of the most genuine people. Like, if you watch her interviews, who she was, how people talk about her, man, because that's one indication to know how you are. Now, you can't always believe everything you hear, but if you got like 10 people that say kind of the same thing in a way, it kind of gives a little testimony of who you are. And she was such a beautiful person, man, in and out. I'm telling you. Oh my God, Chris. Chris, man. You're crazy, man. I hope to one day visit like the memorial they have for her. Like we can go in and see the car. What's it called? And what's the name? I know someone in here knows the location in Texas, but yeah.
Russ Young wanted to know who Selena was. She was a singer from Mexico, right? Was it Mexico?
Well, she was born here, but she's of Mexican descent. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and Russ, if you're interested, there is a movie that probably can do a better job than we can.
Yeah, Vato, thank you. That's what I couldn't pronounce it. Yeah. What Vato?
Corpus?
Yeah.
Corpus Christi?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, I've been there.
I didn't know there was a Selena thing there.
No, I didn't either.
Yeah, but who played her? Jennifer Lopez, right?
Yeah. I mean, listen, I don't want to, like, I don't know if we have any J-Lo fans in the chat, but I've always said that J-Lo, the reason she's so big, how big she is because that movie set her off to superstar.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, it was that movie that set her up to like superstar status, the Selena movie. And she, I mean, to her credit, she did an amazing job. I don't think anybody else could have played her better.
Right.
You know. If you were able to live to the age of 90 and retain either mind or body of a 30-year-old, what? If you were able to live to the age of 90 and retain either mind or body, I'd probably say if I'm 90,
for the last 60 years of your life.
Oh man, I'd say give me the body, bro. Give me the body still. Yeah, I'd rather like not be aching and hurting, like getting out. You know what I mean? Like getting out of bed and and then, you know, God forbid you know.
Yeah, that's a good.
You know what I mean? So I'd rather have the body. You feel me? The mind. You know what I mean? Hopefully the blueberries and everything help out. You know what I mean? When I get to that age, but you know what I mean?
I think I'm definitely smarter
Yeah.
now than I was at 30.
Yeah. You know what's
Yeah.
really cool? Like Michael is so down to earth, and it's so cool and refreshing to see someone like that, and someone that's also like in the field, because it's like, you know, they're not stuck up. They, you know, they just chill. They just chill. They're regular, like very down to earth, and I respect that. So, yeah.
Yeah, I think I'm an outlier in my field.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a good question. That's a good question.
So I don't know if you've ever answered this question, but you always ask it. What what does your success question?
Oh, yeah. What does
You know,
success
what
look
would
like?
what
Yeah.
yeah, what does success look like to you?
Good question, Jason.
Well, I stole it. I stole it.
I think for me, what success looks like is being able to do what you're passionate about on a daily basis. You know what I mean? And then not feel like, well, I don't want to say it doesn't feel like work, because it is work, but being able to operate in that space, if that's being a father, if that's being a husband, a mother, a content creator, a business owner, but being able to do what you love. You know what I mean? A lot of people that are in the chat, they may have started a business because that was their dream. You know what I mean? And that dream sparked their love for it. You know what I mean? Or vice versa. So for me, success is being able to do what you love to do and being happy about it. You know what I mean? Like that's what it comes down to. Like, you know, like I've been and some of my personal, like some of my like friends that I've talked to, like more recent, like Ken is a big you guys know Ken. um Ken is someone that I've talked to a lot, and we've always like talked about, you know, how the come up is and the struggles, and understanding that, and sometimes I feel like I sometimes I stress myself out. You know what I mean? And I always got to remind myself, kind of like, dude, like keep pushing. And when I do that, it reminds me the joy and the success that I'm having in doing what I love. You know what I mean? So that's very important. Success doesn't just mean monetary or notoriety. I don't even know if I said that right, but yeah, it's just about being able to do what you love to do. You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely. If you knew the world was going to end in a year, what would you do?
Who if I knew the world was gonna end in a year, man, there's so many DMs I'm sending to some. But nah, man, I'd probably, to be honest with you, I'd probably spend it the most with my family, with my niece and my nephew. I always talk about them because, um, you know, I've shared with people the story about, you know, my family. I don't really talk much about my family, but my niece and my nephew, like those kids on my heart, you feel me? And unfortunately, their father passed away in a tragic dirt bike accident. So um, I just, you know what I mean? I just try to be there, you know what I mean? As much as I can, you know? So
Oh, definitely.
yeah, I'd be with them. I'd be with them.
And Becky hit it. I'd probably go right along with her. Cash out the retirement and travel.
She wasn't taken with you. She wasn't going to take you.
I think she's
Nah,
stuck with
Jason
me.
was staying. I mean, Scott was staying home for that.
No.
Where's Becky?
Yeah.
Bank robbing spree.
She's like, "Oh, you're coming with bank robbing, Marvin."
Thanks, honey.
Yeah, if I knew, God forbid, knock on wood, right? But yeah.
What are you most grateful for?
I man, I'm just very grateful that I'm in a better place, man. You know, very, very grateful. So I try to you know what I mean, live my life daily being thankful. You know, I think a lot of people, you know, they always talk, and Mike probably is gonna laugh at this. You know, they talk about like doing journaling and stuff like that, and taking time to appreciate the small things. And I think if a lot of us were to be thankful of the small things, man, we'd be a lot happier. You know what I mean? Instead of comparing ourselves. So I'm just thankful that I'm in a better place, man. You know, in life. You know what I mean? There's still goals I want to accomplish. There's still things I want to work on. There's still things I want to change about myself that I'm lacking in, and all those things. But I'm thankful that I'm in a better place for sure.
Oh yeah, that's definitely important.
For sure, man.
Uh, yeah, I'm very thankful Becky's in my life. Um,
Shout out to Becky. I love Becky, man.
Yeah, I'm grateful for my family, that they're healthy, that we have a good family. My boys are, becoming men, and definitely grateful for my wife.
Shout out. I think Jason froze. I think. Oh, there he.
No,
I'm like
here.
trying to
Yeah.
see. I'm trying to see.
Yeah, I'm grateful for my family. That's that
Respect. Yeah.
that
Yeah.
I can just I get up every day. I'm grateful that I wake up every day and go to work and have a job and have a life with my family, and just you can't take that stuff for granted because there's a lot of
Nah, you
people out
can't.
there that are in bad shape,
Yeah.
all the homeless and things like that. So yeah.
Yeah. I tell people, man, like, um, it's funny. Like, I see a lot of you guys, right? Like Michael, Dan, a couple of other brothers and sisters in the chat. Like, they'll post stuff with their families, and I always like I look at that and I'm like, yo, that's freaking awesome. And I think for me, it comes from a place of gratitude because, like I said, growing up the way I did, like my parents were present, but they weren't. You know what I mean? So, and I think that's for a lot of us in the chat, right? Our parents were either working all the time, or maybe our biological fathers weren't there, or whatever the case may be, or mother. And now for me, as an adult, and going through what I went through with losing my brother-in-law, and now having these kids, my niece and my nephew in my life, like sometimes, bro, whew, I tell you what, there was sometimes it still hits me. Like I know Michael can speak to this, that trauma or the loss of someone that you love or appreciate, that it goes through waves of grieving, right? Like there's waves of it. Like at one point you think you good, you know what I mean? And then sometimes it just hits you, you know what I mean? And I remember like I share. Okay, so it was a couple of weeks ago. My niece, we were talking, and I think I asked her a question about like her dad, right? And she answered, or we were somehow like we were talking about it, and my niece is only like 5 or something, right? Or 4. And the way she answered kind of hurt me, right? Because it was like, I wish her dad was here. And like I literally like she left, and I had to like call my sister into the room, and I started to cry, bro. I started to cry because I was like, yo, I feel bad. Like
Yeah.
yo, I feel bad, man. Like, I asked her about her dad, and she couldn't, like, so I'm very happy for parents that are in the lives of their kids, because they need that. You know what I mean? You know what I
Right.
mean? So they need that. So uh it's important. Like everyone from this community, there's a as an active parent, keep doing your thing. Keep doing your thing because they need you. You know what I'm saying? Like, for example, like that thing happened with my niece. That like I'm thinking I'm good, Michael. You know, with like grieving and stuff.
Right.
And then I hear my niece, talk, and she, with the father thing, and it kind of hurt. Like it hurt my soul a little bit because I felt so bad because like
Yeah.
her dad's not here. You know what I mean? And I want him to be here for her. But
Right.
he's not here. So it's kind of like learning how to navigate through life in that state, Yeah, it got a little deep. I'm sorry.
It's okay, man. That's
yeah,
all right.
yeah, you feel me? So
But you're definitely important
Yeah.
to her, and
yeah,
Yeah.
no. And it's cool because like she'll come over and she'll always like open the door to my room and she'll come in and she'll be like, hey Theo, you know what I mean? Like, and hug me and stuff. Like, so that little girl, man, shoot.
Yeah.
I'm not a dad yet, you feel me? But man,
Yeah.
when they say, I don't know about for all the fathers in the chat, but is it true when you have a daughter that they get away with everything or they'll make your heart melt? You know what I mean? Because they're your daughter, and she's obviously not my daughter, but she's someone that I love with all my heart. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna say another thing that I'm grateful for is that I finally, after having 5 daughters and a granddaughter, that I finally have a grandson. So I'm grateful for that.
Oh my god, that's funny. You had 5 granddaughters?
Oh, 5
No, 5 daughters.
Oh, 5 daughters, and you finally got the boy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. My nephew's totally different. My nephew, like, I'll take him out to lunch now by ourselves, and we'll talk, and he'll tell me, like, man, I got in a fight the other day. You know what I mean? And it's so cool to hear the stories now because, like, you know what I mean? He's like 9 or 10 years old, but he's like sharing, you know what I mean? And or we'll talk about like he'll tell me like, oh, I like this girl, but she likes my friend, and I'm like, yo, that's so crazy. These kids, you know what I mean? Like they're just sharing, you know what I mean?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah. There you go.
So,
Yeah,
what
man.
is your most treasured memory?
Dang, y'all going deep tonight, huh?
We're
Yeah.
gonna flip it real quick here.
Yeah. I'll tell you one of like my most
Or at least that you want to share.
yeah. Now I'll say when I graduated from college, you know what I mean? Like no one in my family really out here in the States went to college, you know what I mean? So that was something that I was proud about, you know what I mean? Being able to do that. So
Yeah.
it got me an opportunity to work in the field, and I really appreciated that. And I loved it till the end. And again, it wasn't the clients, it was more the organization. You know what I mean? So
Yeah, that was big in my family when I graduated from college. My dad never graduated from high school, and I have one brother who never graduated from high school. And I was the only one who went to college in the family, other than my half brother who lived in California. He actually graduated from USC. But we'd see him like once every 5-6 years.
oh snap. Yeah. Bob said, I only have one daughter. 5 would kill me. Why do you think my brother Jason got so many grays in his beard?
That's right.
Yeah. Hey guys, let me tell you a funny story about Jason. So the first time I met Jason, listen, Jason, you see him on screen and he's so chill. But if you get to meet him in person, he has more of an energetic spirit. Like he's more than you just see him right now, like relaxed. And when we met, we ended up, I know this sounds kind of weird, but we were going to the same bathroom. So we're there and I'm like, yo, Jason, I can't believe I'm meeting you. Yo, it's so dope. And he's like, oh, it's so dope to meet you. And we're talking. Now, mind you, right, we were just washing our hands and stuff, and then I asked him about Michael, and I'm like, oh, so how was the drive up with Michael? And he's like, oh, he was great, and I was like, well, thank God he wasn't a serial killer, right? And Jason was like, yeah, thank God. Oh man, that's so dope, man. Yeah, Jason's a great guy. All these guys, Scott, Michael, and Jason, they were so dope to meet, man. So dope, so dope. Hopefully we could do it again. I know you guys went to what's the event you guys just went recently to? Where it was a competition, right? It was a competition.
The national beard competition.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was in Wyoming, and then I got to meet up with Jason last month in February in Pittsburgh.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wait, Pittsburgh?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
The thing was up here?
No. I was visiting my son. He lives in Pittsburgh.
Oh, okay. Yo, Pittsburgh is far, bro. Let me tell you, I went with Gary from Alley Cat to Pittsburgh. First of all, that brother can't drive that well. That's one thing.
Is he like Tyson?
No, Tyson's the worst though. Listen, I'm gonna tell you something, guys. Listen, we were driving back, and if Dan C's still in the chat, he will confirm this. We were driving. I'm gonna get at both of them. Listen, we were driving back from the trip in Yellowstone, and we were going down a mountain, and Tyson from Copper Johns was riding the brakes, and there's like these curves on the mountain, dude. I was literally scared.
Yeah,
because he's driving like it's nothing, and I'm like, bro, there's a lot of weight on this. You can't just tilt that way. You feel me? Like you gotta take it easy. You feel me? Yeah. And Tyson was riding them brakes, bro, and it was a minivan. So I'm like, you wild. And then Gary Lewis, that was funny because I ended up driving to Maryland where he's at, and then we drove from Maryland to Pittsburgh. And now when I think about it, I should have just drove from Jersey to Pittsburgh. So I did more driving than I was supposed to. But I didn't realize how far Pittsburgh is. It's far. And it's deep in Pennsylvania, right? It's like deep in there. Michael's laughing at me. He's like, what is he talking about?
This is kind of funny. She loves it when you lean in close on your show to share a story.
Oh, I do that? Yeah. Oh, wow, that's funny, Becky. You caught that, huh? Yeah. That's funny.
Yeah, the three of us, we're going to be meeting up in September in Nashville.
Where y'all going?
Nashville.
Tennessee? What's going?
Yeah. Nice. Come down to Nashville.
Nice.
There's a beard comp there. I'm going to be at a conference.
Oh, nice.
I think there's something else going on. Scott might have something to say about that, but
yeah,
right. I can tell you after the show.
No problem,
yeah,
no problem.
You should come to Nashville in September. Then you'll want to move there.
Hey man, listen. The more I see this country, the more I'm like, man. I've told Damien, I want to retire in Louisiana, though. I do. Whenever I get, that 65-year range, I would love to retire in Louisiana.
Yeah, you can stand that humidity.
Yeah, it is intense. You know what's crazy? So hold on, let me do this again for Becky. I'm gonna tell another story. So when we went to Louisiana one year, me and my cousin went fishing. He lived in Louisiana. Me and my cousin went fishing, and this guy pulled up on us. And typically, where I'm from, you don't do that. You don't just pull up on. You stop your car. Like we're by the little water area, and he just stops and he gets out, and I'm like, holy crap, you feel me? So he gets out, but he has this strong Cajun Southern accent. So I don't really understand the brother like that, but he's talking to us. But he was so nice, man. He was like, hey, like he was just talking like about like the hooks and the bait and stuff. And he tried to help us out. But I was like, yo, that's so dope. Like down south, they're very, what's the word? With an H.
Hospitable.
Yes. People down south. Yes.
That's sure. Southern hospitality.
It's a real thing, bro. It's a real thing. Yeah. Oh. Yep. This
Yeah,
was
we get a
fun.
lot of that up here too.
Oh yeah, let's go. Let's go. I did call Ken the other day, and I asked him about cheese curds, and I know that's a big thing over there in Wisconsin, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
You don't have any Culvers in Jersey?
No, man. I think. Do you guys have Chick-fil-A?
Yeah.
We have Chick-fil-A in Jersey. Yeah.
Yeah, we're just getting what's it, Raising Cane's?
Canes, that's the place.
Dude, listen, you're gonna
love
get
Raising
addicted to that sauce with them chicken tenders. You're gonna get addicted, man. That stuff is really, really good.
Oh
It's
yeah.
very tasty. Yep. Oh man. I had a
Okay.
blast. Yep.
So on a whole different, well, actually, first, why don't we do our giveaway?
Yeah, well, we have a couple people left.
Yeah.
I think everyone hopped over to that little debate going on in the commish.
Well, yeah, it really dropped down now.
Yeah. Yeah, the commish just started, so I think we had a mass exodus. But if you're here, you can win. We'll spin the wheel.
Yep.
If you've commented, throw a comment in, J Cruz. Can you go on YouTube and throw a comment in? That's how you enter. It just it tracks all the comments. Did you comment before?
Oh,
Probably not. Like at the beginning?
no, I didn't. No, I didn't know that. What? Well, you'll have to tell me what generator you use. I'm not sure.
It's a restream
Well,
tool.
it's called Raffles.
Word. Shout out to everyone still in the chat. I'll forward it to Cruz. Yeah. Do you mind if I just take a break for a second? I'll
Go
be
ahead.
right back.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Appreciate you. The sciatica is no joke.
Puts a handkerchief up. Here, I'll meet you, Cruz, just so you can make some noises.
So while we're taking a little break and Scott's getting that ready, I've seen Richard Crush. He said Western PA. Is that where you're from too? If so, I didn't know that.
Oh,
I seen one of his comments. He said Western
yeah.
PA.
Yeah. Well, I think he was just saying that's where Pittsburgh is, but maybe he's from there. I don't know.
Yeah. Oh, okay. We'll get this started.
All right.
So this giveaway, if you haven't guessed, is sponsored by Educated Beards.
Yep. We are giving away a combo beard oil and butter.
I think a lot of times, yeah, Richard, Maryland. I mean, near Baltimore. That's not that far away. But Walter, I think a lot of times because I lean back in the chair, so it's laid out. But what I have in tonight is Educated Beards. Shit. The bergamot and grapefruit.
Mm.
I'm froze again.
No, we got you. We haven't. We heard you.
Okay. Yeah. I
We got you.
Oil in the balm. Oil in the balm. I like the balm.
Cool.
Gee, Scott, why are the hats on their screen?
I can't imagine why.
That's so funny. Yeah.
Okay, here
Be
we go.
careful what you search for.
Yeah, you guys get to see what I search for. But I have a web browser that's just set up for our stream, so it's whatever I search for on there.
Yeah.
Yes, I am, Richard.
The official Ken.
The official Ken, if you're in here, claim your prize.
And the comment that won was J-Lo chose body as well. That's kind of funny. They put the
Yeah.
comment in there.
Yeah. Ken's won a couple times.
Yeah.
Yeah. But is he here?
He's got. Yeah, he's going to be here.
I'm guessing he's not. I don't know. Give it a couple more seconds. Do a countdown. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Restream delay. Okay, he's not here. Let's re-roll.
Okay.
There's a couple guys in here that haven't won Educated Beard, so I'm hoping.
Yeah, that would be nice.
Yeah. But then again, there's a lot of people that commented already that are not here.
Yeah. Walter Miller hasn't tried it yet.
Yeah, Wiley has.
Beard Wiley, Gary Pinner.
Yeah.
So let's give this a whirl again.
I know Mike Q. He hasn't. G. Lou. Just respin. He doesn't want it. He's not in here either. I know he's not.
It's funny.
Maybe we should just do a number for who's in here.
Well, we probably could at this point.
Yeah, because there's only like 8 people in here, maybe. So we'll do a random number. I already have the number in my head.
Why don't you put it in the private chat?
Okay. So pick a number. I'll put it in the chat. And
pick a number from. Oh,
right.
Okay.
Yep.
I
0
see.
to 10. Go ahead, chat. Pick a number. And the first one on our screen wins it. And surprisingly, it was the first person I guessed.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Beard Wiley, number 4. That was the lucky number. So Wiley, just reach out to me on IG and let me know your full name, your address, and what scent you would like, and I'll get it out to you. Congrats, Wiley. My favorite's peppermint cedarwood, but there's a couple other scents available.
Oh, he says give it to Walter.
Okay. All right, Walter. Reach out to me on IG at OIF Brewer, and same thing: address, full name, and what scent you'd like to try. Very nice of you, Wiley.
Yes. Thanks for getting that to someone.
Richard Crusher saying the lavender one is so good. That's the Balsam Eclipse. It has lavender and balsam fir.
Yeah, it is pretty nice. What'd you do? Take a shower?
No, I took. The thing is, man, I got a cushion for this seat, man, and I'm waiting for a new one. It's supposed to be coming here, so I got to stand up for a couple of times during the show, and I took my beanie off. So, no one ever told me that if you sit for long periods of time, you can actually trigger your sciatica. I never knew that.
If what?
If you sit for long periods of time, you can trigger sciatica. Now, mind you, I work from the desk. Now, mind you, it is a standing desk, but for the most part, I'm sitting down. So I had to get a cushion to kind of help with that. And it did help, but I need a new one. So
yeah, I've got one.
Yeah. That's dope.
Yeah, one thing that helped me with my sciatic nerve was getting rid of the wallet in the back pocket. That actually helped me a lot. I went to did that like 4 or 5 years ago, and went to just a money clip, and put it in my front pocket.
Yeah.
That thing looks just as big as a wallet.
It does. A little too thick, but
yeah, I have a money clip. Look, that's the thing Michael's hit, man. I got one of those too. I got one of those type of wallets. Like
I love it. My wallet was a lot fatter.
Do you have the Ridge wallet?
It's like the Ridge.
Yeah.
This is a company out of Germany.
Oh, nice.
And I don't even know if they're still around. They're called Taurus, I think.
The Ridge wallet is just very expensive. I think it's like almost $90.
Yeah, I got this for I got 2 of them. I think for 60 euros.
Yeah. But yo, listen, man, I gotta say this, man. Shout out to everyone in the chat. Shout out to the Beard of Respect tonight. Anybody that uplifts this community, which is called the Beard Community, keep doing that. You feel me? I always tell people, man, I don't preach positivity. And don't get me wrong, I have my bad days. I have my days where I don't want to talk to nobody. But what I realized is I don't preach positivity, or I don't preach kindness and stuff like that because we live in Disneyland and everything's sweet. Nah, we do that because we know that the world can be cruel, man. The world can be hard, and there's a lot of people walking around smiling when they're really hurting inside, or they got a lot going on. So I try to do my part, and at least, you know what I'm saying? Shout out, show love, show respect, have a good time, have a good laugh. You know what I mean? So for anyone that does that, continue to do that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man.
Leave this world in a better place than you found it.
Facts. And when you're having a rough day, just think of Jason's shorts.
I'm just trying. I got distracted because apparently my picture is Jason's.
Yeah, I know. I laughed at that earlier.
Oh, that's hilarious.
You know why? Because every time one of us goes to sign in, it's someone else's name. And if we rename ourselves when we come in and it says we're you, then we end up with your picture.
That's weird.
Funny. I know.
Too funny.
That's the one thing I'm not a fan of with Restream.
Yeah.
Walter, my favorite's peppermint cedarwood. Just answering Walter's there.
That would be my favorite too, but that what's that? Bergamot.
Bergamot grapefruit, and then there's balsam eclipse.
Nice
balsam eclipse is balsam fir and lavender.
Walter has an amazing beard, man.
He does.
Yes, he does.
Yeah. He got coached into that beard. I don't know. He did. There's a company that coached him through.
His barber is one of the best ones on the East Coast.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. His barber's been his barber has worked with GQ and everything on their YouTube channel as well. And I was talking to my videographer today, like we're planning on going to Philadelphia in May. I think that's the date we settled for in May, to do a collaboration with his barber and possibly Walter in the video as well. So that's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. Shout out to you, Vato. Thank you for coming through, Primo, for sure.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah, I had a great time, man. We went a little deep, but it was fun though. It was fun. I don't know, man. I might have to send a copay to Mike or something, man, because we went deep tonight.
No, I'm glad. Thank you for sharing everything you did.
Yeah,
it's good.
Yeah,
you know,
for sure, man. I love talking. Like, I think people don't realize when I say I'm a people person, I love talking to people and learning from people.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? I really do. Like, I could bust some coffee pot and just talk with people for hours and learning from them and stuff like that. I think it's dope.
Yeah.
That's funny though. Jason has you as his picture. That's hilarious.
Is that distracting, huh?
He's just there. Yeah.
I guess he's not coming back either.
Yeah, he probably called it a quit.
He probably went to bed.
He didn't even sign out. He just put the picture and left. He's like, I'm gonna act like I'm still here. Oh man.
Oh, that's funny.
I actually think it's a default picture. Let me check something. Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
Now there's two.
I'm here.
Oh, there he is. There he
is. We thought you went to bed.
I had to go to the bathroom.
There you go. There you go.
Yeah, I don't know if you noticed that, but your picture was me. Like when you turned.
Yeah. I've seen it before. Yeah.
Like, why is his picture me?
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay. There he is.
Yeah, I don't know.
You just took yourself off.
I don't
Scott.
know.
Oh. There you go. We'll have to replace that with our logo instead of my picture.
That's probably a good idea since we got a new logo now.
Yeah.
Oh, that's funny.
Well, you want to wrap it up?
Yeah, I think so. I didn't even get to the this and that.
Yeah. We're kind of.
Maybe we'll do that part too.
Yeah. We're thinning out here. Did you wash your hands?
Actually, no, I did. No, I didn't.
At least we keeping it 1,000, man.
Yeah.
But, yeah, we definitely got to do this. I appreciate you guys having me on your platform, and I had a good time, man. It was a lot of good vibes tonight. So,
yeah,
for sure.
Yeah, thanks for coming on. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, for sure. Appreciate you guys.
Yeah.
Can't wait to meet up with you in person sometime again.
For sure.
I mean,
yeah, and Becky's looking forward to it. I know that.
Oh, I can't wait to meet Becky in person, man. Instead of the FaceTime, remember that time you just Becky, look, it's J Cruz. Just put it right in her face, like, look, it's J Cruz. Oh man.
And I know I'm at the far end of Pennsylvania, but Jersey ain't that far from me.
You know what? I didn't realize. I don't know why I never thought that you were in Pennsylvania. For some reason, I thought you were in Ohio.
Almost, but not quite.
Yeah, you're in Pittsburgh.
I'm
about 50. Yeah, I'm about 50 miles east of Pittsburgh. So,
dude, I never realized. Well, we're gonna keep talking, but yeah, it's pretty big. Pennsylvania is pretty big.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I was talking to Holly before. God damn it.
Oh man.
You froze, but your audio didn't.
Oh, well, that's why I'm afraid to say anything, because if I start telling a story, then it's going to black me out. But anyway, yeah, I
Yeah.
was talking to Holly one time, and she said, "Yeah, people don't realize how far it is from Pittsburgh to Philadelphia."
Yeah.
Yeah,
It is, yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Well, much love, man. Much love.
So everybody, thanks for watching. We're gonna call it night. And see you next Thursday for another exciting episode of The Bearded Respect. Thanks for joining us. See you next week.
yeah.
Respect the
Thanks, Russ.
journey.